Hi everyone, I'm Suzanne and this is one of my very first YouTube craft videos. I have always wanted to do some videos for crafting because I call myself the Craftosaurus. I have an exceptionally large amount of craft supplies and I watch The Frugal Crafter every single night on YouTube, and I think she and I are pretty much exactly alike. I love her. She's got great ideas. So, that being said, I want to do my own craft videos. And I want to show you today how to make a ribbon tree. Maybe some of you already know, but some of you I'm sure out there don't. So I'm going to attempt to show you how to do it. So what you need is basically a cone, styrofoam cone. I was lucky enough to get these from somebody who had them and we were going to throw them out, so of course I took them. And some ribbon and hot glue, and that's it. Also, if you want, this is optional, you can have paint. So they're obviously typically white, and the ones I've made in the past, I didn't paint, and I found that I could see spots of white and didn't really like that, so I decided to start painting them underneath first. So I painted this one silver because it's going to be for Christmas, and I'm using silver and gold ribbon, so that's also the reason. So you need one of these cones, and you can find them at the Dollar Tree. I saw some the other day, which would be pretty cheap because Michael's sells them and they're really expensive. Too expensive for me anyway. And then you also need some little ribbon strips, and woo, there goes the hot glue. That's okay. It's all about real life. All right, so my ribbon strip. It's probably about, one time I measured my hand because I was lazy and I didn't, in case I never had a ruler with me. So I know my hand from the bottom of my palm, top of my middle finger is 7 inches. So this is probably about 4 inches, let's say. So about a whole, I don't even know, lots of these. But I would cut them out as you need them for the first couple of times. So basically what you do is, I've started on this one. So I've got my color pattern is obviously silver and gold. I've got the silver and the ribbon and the gold, but then I've also got this other kind of gold with the wire on the edges to just kind of change it up. I'm going to just alternate between those three. So I've glued. So first you're going to take a piece of ribbon. So this one here that I had, and I'm going to glue this and just press it together kind of without burning yourself. Although if you've glued a lot on hot glue, you probably don't have any fingerprints left anymore. Okay, and then you're going to take your glue gun again and just glue it back and stick it on like so. So I'm going to put it on after this gold one, and you can always pull off the yucky gluey stringies later on, or the fraying ribbon. We'll get that after. So we've got, it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So we've got our pattern on its way. So we're going to fill this up, and I'm just looking to see what I need next. That one just fell in the garbage. Awesome. We'll get that later. So yeah. So while I'm doing this, I can talk to you about myself and my craftiness. I don't really like to talk about myself, but hey, who does? So, as I said, I'm Suzanne, and I've been crafting forever, it seems. As a kid, I was always drawing and making stuff. Years went on, and I was always creating something. Anyway, so, what have I done? Sorry. Gold with the metal, gold, silver, gold. Oh, I see what I did there. No problem. All right, this is a learning experience. So, I'm sure it's not too stuck yet, so just take this off of here. I should have put this gold one next to the plain gold one to keep my pattern the same. Should have paid more attention in kindergarten. Sequencing is off. Okay. All right. We'll just fix that little mistake and then we are good to go. There's no mistakes. It's all learning. If you don't make mistakes, how do we learn? That's what I say. Okay, so anyway, back to me and my craftiness. Yeah, I've always been a crafty person. So what I really do right now is I do make a lot of jewelry. That's pretty much my primary thing I take to craft shows. However, I'd like to try everything. So I've got like tons of supplies in here, like from foam to felt to wood to good grief, scrapbooking paper, and you name it under the sun. One day, very soon, I'm going to take you on a tour of my craft room because I just am almost done getting it organized. I live alone. Well, I shouldn't say that on YouTube. I have to edit that part out. Anywho, and I have a giant master bedroom, but I thought to myself one day, why am I sleeping in this giant master bedroom? All I do is sleep here for like 8 hours a day. And I have my craft room split up into 2 spare bedrooms. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. So I just started taking everything out of my bedroom and I changed up my master bedroom for my craft room. And this is where I spend all my time anyway, so it's perfect. And I'm getting it all organized. I got the label maker out, and it's looking beautiful. So, I have a table full of projects that I've started, otherwise known as PhDs, projects half done. I'm sure lots of you have those too. And my goal this week is try and get most of them finished, because it's really the last part in cleaning up this craft room and it's just driving me bananas. So I also signed up for a craft show in November, and it won't be my jewelry because they were full of jewelry vendors, which tends to happen, and I didn't find out about it till later. So I decided I want to sign up with my other crafts. So another reason why I'm trying to get these projects finished, so I can take this stuff and sell it. And that's somebody trying to contact me. So I'm going to pause this for just a second because you really don't want to see me do this whole entire tree. Okay, I thought I'd come back and show you how I started the next row. So you don't want to like go, sorry you can't see that, like a whole ribbon section ahead of the other one. You want to like have it to drape over top. And I'm putting mine above one and over above my first silver piece, so it's going to be above the gold, and that's crooked. And yeah, and I've gone and I've like trimmed off all the yucky thread and what have you. This is just not going to stick for me. And yeah, so as you can see, I hope, I'm going to stick that there. That wasn't where I had it before, but that's okay. So as you can see, when it sits flat on the table, it's going to go out like a little dress. It's going to look so cute on your table. It's going to go on your Christmas, your table, your dinner table at Christmas, or a decoration around your house during the holidays. And so I've seen these made, and I actually personally have tried first to do them using straight pins instead of gluing. However, I don't like that idea because I find the straight pins are, I don't know, I think if a kid grabs it, let's say, and they're pulling on it, and if they come out and they're getting hurt, and I think the glue makes it more permanent. So, like when I would taken these to craft shows before, and the straight pins are coming out, and so your pieces are all over the place. It kind of does not look very, you know, good for customers potentially wanting to buy your stuff. So I think glue gun is totally the way to go. It's secure. Styrofoam just sticks obviously so well to the styrofoam. And yeah, that's why I am using the glue. So it goes faster as you obviously get up to the top, but the longest part's probably gluing all of your, well, besides cutting your little ribbons, cutting and gluing your ribbons to get them all ready is probably the longest part of the whole process. Well, that's not working out, but that's okay. It still looks fine. My the two golds are actually the same, one above the other. So my plan to start over didn't really work, but that's all right. It's fine by me. Nobody knows my plan but me, so hey. It's perfect. Perfect. It looks pretty. It's perfect. And then, so, as I was mentioning, I watch The Frugal Crafter every single night on my TV because I have a Roku stick. It's like Chromecast, kind of. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I'm saying it. Anyway, and I have a Roku, so it's, so I don't have cable, and I was just wasting too much on cable. Who needs 300 channels? I didn't only watch 2. So I canceled my cable and got the Roku, which is awesome. And I watch YouTube all the time. YouTube tutorials and empowering motivational videos about being an entrepreneur. But I always watch Frugal Crafter every single night. And I love her. I love her. I'd like, wish she was my best friend. She kind of is, but she doesn't know. Anyway, that's weird, but I'm not weird. So I watch her videos. I love how she just uses stuff, like she finds stuff, she just reuses it. She finds cheap. She tells you different ways to use machines that you've already got. Like a video, she had a video and she was using her big kick or her big shot or whatever one she's got. I have the big kick and mine looks the same as hers. And showing you like different ways to use it that you didn't know. I've had mine for like 4 years, let's say. And I used it one time. And I was like, well, I should sell it because someone else can use it. But then she was like doing an embossing video the other night with like a piece of cardboard through there. And I was like, I didn't know that you could do that. Sorry, there's a bug flying around. Whoever called these things bugs got it perfectly right. Okay, so it's coming along. And yeah, so she's just, if you don't watch her already or subscribe to her, I totally recommend that you do because she is just, and you like crafting, she is where it's at. And I love her, all her tutorials. She does everything. She does jewelry making, she does like glass beading, and she's got a microwave kiln to like melt glass, and she does lots of stamping and making cards, and she she's a wonderful painter. Like I haven't attempted, and I don't really feel up to attempting the watercolor painting tutorials that she does because I just think it totally flop. But she does like incredible work. Like she can take a picture and she can just like paint it and make it look like unbelievably amazing. And she does it in like no time. And I'm like, how on earth do you do that? Because I couldn't even. Like, I draw and stuff, and it's not like life sketching portraits or anything, but it's cartoony stuff. But I cannot paint like watercolor scenes to save my life. And I mean, I can paint furniture and whatnot, but hey, I painted this styrofoam cone. There you go. But yeah, she's amazing, and I will always watch her and support her channel because it's great. So yeah, and I think you should totally check her out, the Frugal Crafter. So back to myself. I also tend to think that I'm kind of like her because she does lots of crafts, and I said I do lots of crafts, and I do obviously lots of jewelry making. I had one of my jewelry pieces put in a magazine once. That was my woohoo moment, like the only time I ever bragged about it, about anything so much. One time I went, when it just came out in the magazine, I actually went to Walmart, and I saw this lady. She was looking at magazines, and I didn't even know who she was. And I went up to her and said, I know you don't know me, but can I show you something really cool? And I took the magazine off the rack, and I showed her. I said, hey, that's me. And she was like so happy for me, and I didn't even know who she was. I didn't even get her name, and then I walked away because I just was so excited. And yeah, it was great. The best moment ever. And it's like, little old me. So if you make jewelry and you did something really cool that you came up with yourself, totally, I say submit it. Even this is bead style. I had mine in bead style. I say go for it, because I didn't think when I sent my picture in that I would have it in there. I really did not, because that doesn't happen to me. But it did, and they paid me for the pages. They pay you like per page, so I had like a few pages in there. It's a long process because they have to decide when they're going to put it in their magazine, and obviously they plan way ahead of time. So I believe I found out in March that let's say March-ish, that I was going to be in there. And then it didn't come out till January, so that was like, 10 months. So, but still, like, it was great. They sent me copies of it, and I actually had been chosen as the cover. My necklace got on the cover, and then I was chosen as the rising star. So it was like a 3 bonus whammy all in one shot, and I didn't know about the cover or the rising star until the magazine came. So that was amazing. But they sent me extra copies, and I had to send my necklace, and they sent it all back, nicely packaged. Nothing happened to it, and it was perfect. And the communication between the editors and myself was very good. They're always letting me know what stage things were at. So I totally recommend it. If you make something with your own design, I say take a chance, go on the Bead Style website, find out how to submit a piece of jewelry, and do it. Because what have you got to lose? Like, nothing. And even if they don't choose it then, I say don't stop there. Just keep doing it. Just keep submitting stuff, because they could be totally bogged down. Everybody, lots of people design, and jewelry is a very popular thing, but I say go for it anyway. Totally, totally, totally. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's my story. I have more of a story, probably. I don't really know. I don't like I said, I don't really want to talk, I don't like to talk about myself, and I don't really want to bore you with, oh, darn it, putting my, oh, that's right, sorry, live. I don't want to bore you with my putting on ribbon pieces, but since this is kind of one of my very first videos, I thought, you know, I could like tell you about myself. I am getting some art classes going. I'm teaching 2 art classes soon, one at the end of this month, and for a group of people that actually use special needs, which will be cool because that's my background. I spent a long time working with special needs, 17 years, and so to do my teaching art to people that I know and am familiar with will be awesome, because I think those people are totally awesome. Those people, everybody's like, I don't mean to sound inappropriate or say the wrong thing, but you know, people with autism, this group's people with autism, I think they're exceptional. They're awesome. They're amazing, wonderful. So I'm teaching them. It's going to be a Halloween craft. I haven't totally nailed down what we're going to do, but it's at the end of the month, so I've got some time. You might do a Frankenstein kind of window decoration kind of thing, but I haven't totally decided, like I said, but I will totally show you once we're done. And maybe I can do it with you, maybe the day before or the day after, and you can do it with your kids, or you can do it yourself, because these are young adults, so, you know, they're not children, so they are young adults that are going to be doing this little workshop. So yeah, it's perfect decoration for your house during Halloween, if we do that. And then I'm doing a course in November, and this one's at a rec center, and we're making origami paper pomanders, which are beautiful. I've made a few. They're very time consuming, but they're beautiful when they're finished. I learned that on an online video. I think it was through Michael's. And yeah, like I said, they're very time consuming, but they're beautiful. You can use them for weddings and decorations and birthday parties, or just every day. Hang them from your ceiling in your house, like one of those giant paper lantern type things. So maybe one day I'll sit down and we'll do a video like that. They are time consuming, as I said, so we'll do bits and pieces, and I'll show you, you know, come and obviously not make you sit through the whole entire thing, but obviously highlight the most important parts, because at first it can be like, sorry if you heard any of that. That was my phone ringing, and I have no idea who it was, so obviously didn't answer, but it just interrupted the whole video. So that being said, I wanted to come back and say sorry. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to finish this. I'm going to get to the top and I'm going to come back and show you what to do next. Okay, so we are almost at the end. I've gone and I have put all the ribbon on, and I've actually changed up my pattern a tiny bit at the top. So instead of continuing my pattern at the top, I decided, wink wink, to use just the gold ribbon with the wire in the edges to do a top row or layer of ribbon. And then I've got this pretty goldish colored ribbon. It's very thin, and it's like braided, some sort of fancy braiding. I think I've got it at Michael's, and they're, oh, those impulse bins. So, with a bunch of others. So, I'm going to wrap it around. I put glue on the end already and stuck it here. So, I'm going to just glue, and I'm trying not to smush this, but it's okay because I'll pop it back out when we're done. So, so I'm gonna just wrap it around, wrap, and I put a little bit more. I want to cover up the tops of the ribbon, the last row of ribbon, so that the ugly tops, the fringy part, frayed part, doesn't show when if I should give it as a gift or sell it or what have you. And I'm just going to, of course I'm going to, run out of glue, but it's okay. I have another glue stick right here. And as I must say, and I thought I should mention this because I haven't done this in a while, this craft, but I have only used I'm almost started with a half of a glue stick in my glue gun, and this glue stick I have right now that I'm just finishing is only the second one that I put in. So I've only really actually used like 1.5 glue sticks for this project. You just silly little thing. Cord gets bent and then it won't stand properly. So yeah, so I was very happily reminded that it doesn't take a lot of glue sticks to complete this project. Now I'm going to get my glue stick. Stay. Okay. Need you back. Sorry, my mistake. And okay, so I'm just gonna give it a once over here. I'm gonna just, if you ever have like fraying glue from glue gun, the best way to get it off is when you're pulling it, just blow on it and it should just come apart really easily. So I'm just looking over to see how bad or good this looks. So I'm going to just go over here one more time. And because I can just see the top of the cone and I don't really want to see that. So I'm going to just quickly wrap this around here. Ta-da-da-da-da. I'm so happy technology has allowed us to not have to be holding your phone anymore to talk to people, because I'm doing this at my window, and if any of my neighbors or people going by, they would have, a long time ago thought I was talking to myself. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you don't answer to yourself, that's what my mother always says. But I could just be talking on the phone, on my speakerphone, and nobody has to know. Okay, so there we go. I have attached that, and now I'm not going to leave it like that because that does not look nice. So I've got these. I normally put stars or whatever, and I was going to put this on. These are a bunch of foam silver sparkly stars around, but then I decided that I had these. These are from Michael's, and I got them last season when they were all on sale. So this is $1.29, but I think I got it for like 70% off. So I grabbed a whole whack of them, because sometimes I make pens out of them. So I'm just going to attempt to take the top off. Pooh! And the glitter everywhere. That'll stay forever. And I'm going to put some glue up here. Ta-da! Then I'm going to stick this thing in here. And because it's foam, it's going to stick even better. Stick right in there. Oh, burn my fingers off. Hey. Does it have the glue on there? Let me just see how bad or good of a job I've done. I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm going to actually press these petals down on the top because I don't want to see. And I'm just going to like press it down like this. I'm going to have to hold it and count to 100. 1, 2, skip a few, 99, 100. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now it's going to look all squishy because I pressed it, but that's okay. So, ta-da! This is, now I'm going to puff these out. And these ones are wired, they'll go flat because they're just wired. But you just stick your finger in there and just mold them back open to make it all look all poofy. Ta-da, like that. And there, kinda, you have it. So, you've got a very pretty Christmas ribbon tree with a fancy little topper. And I'm really happy I painted it because if this had been the ones that I used to do before, you would have seen all the like white spots where I've got like gaps and such. Like in here, I don't know if you can see it all, but there are little gaps, like up at the top for sure. You can see some gaps, but because it's silver underneath, it actually looks decent because it just looks like it just goes with the theme, and you can press these down or make them poofier as you want. But there you have it. That is your Christmassy ribbon tree in gold and silver. And I hope that you liked this video, and I hope that you will like this video. Give me a thumbs up, and I'm going to sound like Lindsay here, but I hope you'll subscribe to my channel because I'm just starting out. And definitely go back and check the Frugal Crafter because she's totally worth watching. If you're a big crafter like myself, you need to watch it every single day. So she's got awesome tutorials, and this is my very first of many that I hope to have on here, and I will definitely be back to host more. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye!